Let's add on to that previous example. Let's find, didn't mean to shout at you, sorry. What is the probability that we get between, say, 5 and 15 questions correct on this true-false exam, including 5 and 15. Just to be clear, when I say between 5 and 15, I mean greater than or equal to 5 and less than or equal to 15. So what's the probability that we'll get between 5 and 15 questions correct, including 5 and 15? Well, think about how we would answer this question. Again, I want you to take a second and I want you to think about what would be the right command in R to do this. And it turns out that in order to think about the probability of getting at least 5 questions correct and at most 15, what you can do is you can think about this as getting, well, at most 15 questions correct, and then we're going to subtract the probability of getting at most 4 questions correct. And what we're going to be left with is the probability of getting at least 5, but no more than 15 questions correct. So if we were to type this in R, this would be P binomial. This would be P binomial 1520.5 minus P binomial of 420.5. Okay, and then if we were to type that in R, what we would end up with, let me type it here. So P binomial 1520.5 minus P binomial 420.5 will give us 0.9882. So there's roughly a 98% chance that we get between 5 and 15 questions correct if we guess. That seems reasonable because we would expect on average to get about 10 questions right. If we have a true false and there's 20 questions, we'd expect to get about half of them right. So that seems pretty good. So between 5 and 15 questions correct, there's going to be a high probability there. It'll be about 98.82% likely that you get between 5 and 15 questions correct. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do there.